And up next, we got Kevin Holland versus Michal Oleksiejczuk. And Michal, he got ran through in his last fight against Michel Pereira. And even since coming down to 185, he hasn't really moved into the position he probably has wanted to be. He's still kind of that middling guy in the weight class, but he's fun to watch. He's dangerous. And almost every time he gets a win, it's going to be a finish. So definitely people are going to be excited when they see Oleksiejczuk on the card. And his opponent, Kevin Holland, another guy that's kind of 50-50 fighter. He has a decent record in the UFC, but when he fights a pretty good opponent, it's kind of a 50-50 proposition if he gets the win, but he's going to go in there, he's going to talk, he's going to entertain, it's going to be fun from the build-up to the fight to the post-fight, so it's going to be an entertaining fight right here. And Michal Oleksiejczuk, Polish powerhouse guy, he's pretty much first round or bust. He has 6 first round finishes in the UFC. His one win he had via decision was a controversial split over Modestas Bukauskas. And he also won a decision over Khalil Roundtree, but he failed a drug test in that one and it got turned into a no contest. But this is a hard fight in that sense for Michal because Holland has never been knocked out. He got finished the one time with the broken hands. But Oleksiejczuk historically, when he can't knock you out in the first round, he struggles. But you look at it, Oleksiejczuk, usually when he loses, it's via submission. He's been sub 5 times. He's 18-2 in fights where he doesn't get submitted. But we all know Michal's style at this point. He's a southpaw boxer. He's going to bring the pressure, rip the body, throw bombs. He pushes a really crazy pace. He's good at cutting the cage off, making it a brawl. And he has no problems taking damage to walk fighters down. And we've seen him come through being hurt very badly to still win. He has sharp hands. He could slip and rip. He attacks the body. He has big power in his left hand. And that range is just kind of there, though, to be hit with knees and kicks. He got ran through really quick versus Michel Pereira. He got hurt with body kicks and then choked out. And he's super durable, so most of the time, even when you hurt him, going submission to finish is the smarter option. He's only been stopped via strikes one time, and that was almost 10 years ago. After the first round, pressure and volume-wise, though, Michal slows down. He is 5-1 in decisions, though, so if you can't stop him, usually his forward pressure is good enough to get the judge's decision. But Michal, he's not a good grappler. His wrestling has definitely leveled up. He's gotten a lot harder to take down, but if you put him on his back, you could submit him. And 4 times he's been subbed in the UFC. Holland, he's a black belt, so if he can hurt Michal, force a bad shot, he could snatch the neck. And if he gets on top, he could get the finish. If Michal gets hurt or tired and tries to take Holland down, Holland could get a submission from his full guard here because Michal is not really great on the ground. But it's more than likely going to be a stand-up fight here. Holland, he's bumping back up to 185. He had 3 years at 170 where he got some good wins, but he couldn't get over the hump and kind of still is a gatekeeper at 170 or 185, but super long. He's going to have a 7-inch reach advantage in this fight, and he's awkward. He's hard to fight on the feet. He stays active. A lot of touching kicks to the legs, front kicks. Stays busy with the jab. He's good at feigning the jab. He'll throw 1-2s or 1-1-2s. Okay, check hook. And he's always cocked and ready to land that counter cross. He has solid power. He can put fighters to sleep with 1 punch, 1 kick. He's good at getting fighters off their game with his defense, with his antics. Defensively, he uses his length, his athleticism to evade shots. He will shoulder roll and use techniques you don't really see too often in MMA, but he's effective with them. He could switch stance. He's good at not letting himself get backed up, and striking has been Holland's thing during his career, and most of the time when you give him a striker, he's going to piece them up or knock them out. But his last 2 fights, he fought strikers and lost the striking battles, so mentally, we're going to see if that affects Holland, but I think he's going to be ready to scrap. And Holland is a black belt. He's a solid grappler. His wrestling and comfortability to just lay on his back have cost him fights, but that's not going to be an issue in this matchup. Holland doesn't really have a takedown threat, but if he can hurt Michal and then snatch the neck, he has gotten several submissions that way. And cardio-wise, he has the much better cardio. So Holland, I would try to attack the body, maybe even try to let Michal punch himself out a bit as you slightly evade his shots and then pick it up in the second and third. But I think Holland by decision or submission are kind of the way to attack this fight. I think Michal could maybe win in round one, but it's unlikely. Even if it goes to decision and it's close, I think Holland will edge it. And I think Holland could maybe hurt him and submit him. But give me Kevin Holland here, and I'll officially predict he wins via second round sub.